Welcome, welcome. We are back doing what we do. It's the game. We keep it alive. There we go. I think that one's the better of the two. Yeah. All right. You get my settings right. Oh, I forgot about that. I want a guaranteed 3 star. Tired of these pools. Let's see who I get. Oh, come on. 3 in a row? Are you? Wait a second. The last time I got 3 in a row, I got the banner character in general. Unless you're supposed to with this one. Nope, regular Marzinski. The oof, the oof. But that does help me though, because now I can get her hopefully to 5 stars. So let's do a pull over here. Yeah, Super Krika and Air Groover. All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna get mad. No, forgot what I was doing for a second. It's not you. Uh, like 150 more. Let's check on Air Groove. She only needs 20 more. Oh, okay. Oops. Actually, I want to keep that one. That's gonna take forever. All right. Um, hmm. See where I messed up. They ain't a bad little duo, but Our base stats could win us the maiden race. Come on, man. Shouldn't have lost that last race. You dance on the floor and around. Do you dance on the floor and around? So, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. Keep close on me. But be careful who you love. Be careful who you do, because lie becomes the truth. Real truth is not my lover. She's just a girl that proves that I am the one. And it's not my son. I am the one. But Jan is not my son. One days for 40 nights out from the site. I'm the one on the floor. Round. She says I am the one. You dance on the floor and around. Because I am the one. Oh, yes. SASAA. We gonna win. Be careful. It's just a girl that proves that I love. Jan is not my son. She's not my son. Okay, Helios. Okay, Helios. Get in there. Get in there. Trick rear with measure. Come on up here. Slipstream. Shifting gears after school stroll. Speed eater. Slipstream. Man, it's just a constant stream of skills from my guys. Oof. Burning them up. And Toshi, she gonna chill back there for a little while longer. But she coming though. Oh yeah, she got a clear path too. And she on the outside. Mm, unless she gets blocked. Dueling for first, dueling for fourth, or against whoever teams in the characters out there. Now we're dueling for first. Come on, you gotta win this. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Yeah, buddy. There you go. There you go. He was gliding right there. He was gliding. He was gliding. Yeah. Oh my God. All right, last race. Who you got here? I'm walking in place. She'll get tell her how. No tell. Lone Wolf, Tailhead Eyes. Well, we're just missing groundwork. That's it. But and that, what's going on there? Well, I know what's going on there, but what's going on there?
The Indie Game Awards creators are hiding their own streams on Patreon because of Asmon. Wait, really? Hold up, hold up. We got them on the road. So they're hiding their own channel. Well, that's what happens, right? I mean, they get exposed and now they're crying. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here we go. It's the Hey everyone! Strange announcement regarding our annual extra live stream on Saturday. Due to recent activity and safety concerns, we'll be hosting the stream on Patreon exclusively for both free and existing members. A video about the IGAs was published on Sunday by a certain creator with a significant following who's notorious for sending his community after underrepresented and marginalized groups, as well as people who show solidarity with those groups or old liberal, progressive, and slash humane views. Right, all synonyms of each other, right? Since then, we've been swarmed with threatening comments and vile hate speech on the YouTube channel, our socials, primarily Twitter, where we're not active, and Reddit, again, not active. I could not ask for a better reward. I could not have asked for stronger validation. I could not have begged for more evidence that what I am doing is the right thing. We're winning. The rats are hiding. The roaches are going under the wood. They're hiding under the house. They're getting under the rocks because the sun is shining. And as they say, sunlight is the best disinfectant. And for once, maybe I might have to wash my hands. We got to get rid of these clowns. Nobody likes you, bitch. You push your agenda. You push your ideology. You force your viewpoints on everyone. And now you're getting people that are, hey, by the way, disagreeing with you. People don't like you. They don't like what you represent. The same as you don't like what I represent. Too fucking bad. Cry about it, bitch about it, please do it. Because I need the content. The more that you cry, the more that you bitch, the more that you complain, the more that you act like the victim, the more that I win. If you think that I give a fuck, that some people in my community were mean to you because you made a bullshit DEI game awards full of trash categories with a bunch of fucking weirdos, and every other category was some weird marginalized inclusion bullshit, then too bad. It's going to get worse. It is. You're going to do this, you're going to get upset, you're going to get mad, but here's the reason why I don't care. Is because I know what I'm doing is the right thing. People like this are bullies. They're not oppressive bullies. They're suppressive bullies. They're subversive bullies. There are people that get together and agree that you just shouldn't be able to express yourself anymore. There are people that get together and agree that the way that you feel about something is not, quote, humane. That's what they do. They're cry bullies. I'm not a cry bully. I just simply look at what you're doing and I talk about it. That's it. I talk about it. I don't like it. I don't like anything you represent. And you're mad. You're being a victim. It doesn't matter. I'll go back down and I'll read a few more of these. Shit, bro. We actually are the fascists of the internet. LOL. I love it. Well, we got to work a little bit harder to get that title. We're going to work harder for that. We're not ready for that level of happening again, right? Like it's not ready yet. And so anyway, keep reading. All right, we're gonna get to the rest of it, right? So I think we want this trickle down to our jury members, presenters, nominees, or in this case, our community. You don't have a community. Nobody watches your content. You're worthless. You're worthless. Nobody likes you. While things seem to be quieting down a bit, we'd rather take the safer route and not go live on Twitch and YouTube, risking folks attacking health. You've done one thing. You showed me it works. Ah, I don't know why you would do that. Why would you do that? That's the thing. It's blowing the law. That's right. Blowing the law. They're crying. So the extra live stream will be hosted on Patreon, available for all members, both free and supporting. If you want to tune in, there's more bullshit. Who cares? Now a weird request. Please do not share this information or our Patreon anywhere outside this Discord server.
Yeah. All right, we gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta come on. Give me some good stuff. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Please. Please don't be trash. Woo!
Like those things were meant to like be very surgical. That is genuinely terrifying. You know what I was thinking about last night? This is kind of depressing. I've heard you both talk about very vivid images of death, right? Like there, as the kids say, some yikesy shit. And I thought about last night, like even though I've heard it so vividly, I've heard it described so in such detailed terms, I just cannot process the idea of a human body being in multiple pieces. Like I just think my brain cannot think about that. I remember a guy in Syria. That guy got in trouble because he kept picking up a human. He had a human face with him for a little while. He was a real good guy, and he was just kind of he was a little bit messed up. And at one point, he picked up a human face and he petted it. It's like or a little. I don't know. He turned it respectfully. He didn't do the Hannibal Lecter kind of stuff. So he wasn't too crazy, but yeah, just to think that a face could be separate from a body. Yeah, you're it's a little alien. It's a little weird. Yeah, this might be old. It's just I am so sheltered from the kind of shit that I hear about like weekly or daily on my channel that I feel like I might actually benefit in my work from a little trauma. And that doesn't mean I want it. That means that I'd probably be able to do my work better if I can empathize. And I'll take the doing the work worse. But like a little bit of perspective. Yeah, like perspective. That's a better word than trauma right there. So I spent a lot of my time walking through places work. Like I know friggin' we were there at the same time. 2015 is when I was in Syria. 2015 you said was when you were in Syria. So we were there at the same time. 2015, 2016, we were doing 15 to 16 in the summer. Right? Yeah. Oh yeah. I got there.
That RNG, bro.
And left before the winter,
That,
so there's
that
at least a half
you know
year
what?
like worth of overlap. And but I remember quite a lot of bodies. Like it was a lot of burials, mostly. Like you did the overwhelming majority of the work. I just got shot at random things that were shooting at me. But fucking 90% of the lifting was just airstrike. Yeah, well, y'all did crazy work. I believe like the majority of y'all provided good intel because if we know where y'all are fighting, like they keep shooting at this one building. Okay, they're probably ice fighters are probably in this building. Friendly kids are probably in this building. Oh, let's verify it. Once we verify it, let's get rid of that building. Basically, it's like okay, they're pointing at it with tracers. So that would be a very good canary. One time I was observing a building with my binoculars on, and the binoculars on. I'm like, okay, I think they're firing from this window, and all of a sudden my binoculars are all orange and red. I'm like, what the hell? Where did they go? Am I going blind? What's going on here? And I pull my binoculars up, and I'm like, oh, that is a 2-story fireball. Holy cow! I assume it was you. Job. Thanks. I wanted to ask, how far did you get in this area? Like when you crossed the border, maybe around the sin jar there. What is the sin jar? I honestly got like super lost. Like I'm not familiar with the nice map on Google Maps telling me where the heck I am. And every time I can't pronounce any of these like friggin' Kurdish towns. But it was definitely in between Raqqa and Kobani. So it's north of Raqqa in the northeastern sector, which is the Rojava Valley. I don't think it's until 2016 that the YPG finally attacked Raqqa. So the Teltamir Mountains and the multitude of endless villages that happen. Yeah. So that's an area. Because Teltamir was like west of Hasaka, I believe. If memory serves me right, so like west of Hasaka, but like northeast of Raqqa, like the city. Yeah, well, I wanted to go to Raqqa, but they kind of held back for a long time. I'm like, okay, I gotta go home. We're not gonna do it. It was definitely north of Raqqa. Did you remember like, I know it's been a long time, it's been like 5, 7 years, but do you remember doing anything north of Rocket? Oh yeah, lots of stuff. Especially like around the. Oh god, now I gotta recall these names. There was one military garrison north of Rocket. Actually, there was two military garrisons north of Rocket. One that was directly north of the city. That was held by, I believe, the 17th Syrian Army Division. I think it was 17th. And then like even further north, it was a place called like Ionissa. And I don't remember the exact garrison name, but we did a lot of work around that area. I did not intermix or fight any of Assad's forces as part of the Syrian army. Yeah, I mean, I think they were all either executed or they got out of there. I know a lot of them were executed. Yeah, they were kind of surrounded. Ice just swept on both the western and eastern sides of Raqqa and just went north and encircled the entire city and started doing their stuff there. Yeah, I feel bad for Assad's forces, honestly. Like, it's really weird. Like, all the villagers, like, when we liberated them, they declared how much they hated Assad's forces and such. But yeah. I guarantee we probably did just as much damage to Assad's forces to their village that anybody else did. Yeah, that pretty much. Whoopsie doodle. That's why we like to call the military a whoopsie doodle. Whoopsie, that is a whoopsie doodle. Speaking of whoopsie doodles, what's the biggest mistake they made on the battlefield? You want me to go first? Or do you want me to take it first? Let's go for it. Yeah. I burned down the mayor's house. I burned down and drowned the mayor's house. I was incredibly drunk, which I kind of now on something called Wild Forest, which is some sort of discount Middle Eastern alcohol, like whiskey of some sort. And I ended up wandering around no man's land for a while because I'm drunk as skunk, and I smell terrible. It's been about a month since I bathed, and I know that in this dilapidated abandoned village that the only shower is probably the mayor's house. So I kick down the door, and right in front of me, there's a man in a banana hammock. Nothing else but a yellow banana hammock. I'm like, oh shit, and he's like, he said in perfect English, F ISIS, Rojava. I'm like, oh, I think this is one of ours. And we end up being friends, and it turns out he's our new translator. And he leaves, and I end up taking a shower. And if you know anything about the Syrian in the Middle East, how their water heater system works, they have a really weird diesel drip water heater. And so I drunkenly turn the water heater on. I get a nice shower. I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. Finally, I don't smell like balls. And I get a shower, but unfortunately, I turned the drip on a little bit too hard. The diesel went up the stream and ignited and started burning down the mayor's house. I'm like, oh god! And I go outside and I grab it in like the fire hose, and I start like trying to fight the fire that I caused. And half the mayor's house is on fire, and the other half is fine. I'm like, oh, okay. I think I fought the fire successfully. I put the hose down, and in a drunken stupor, I walk away. And about a month or two later, when we came back through that village, half that house was submerged in water because there's no water utility people in a war zone. Nobody calls the water department or the utility department to come shut that off like they would in the States. So like the whole place kind of turned into a bog. So I burned down half a man's house and saved the other. Oh my god. I don't think I did that crazy, but we did have this. We had this one target. It was ISIS was very good at trying to conceal their activities. And so one of the things they would do is they would build these like berms underneath bridges. So rather than traversing across the bridge where they're exposed, they would build these bridges or these berms underneath the bridge, and then use that as like a land connection between two separate areas that they operated in. And so our objective was to destroy the dirt berm that was underneath the bridge using bombs. Which it sounds stupid, but I mean, we couldn't really say no because one, it's a low collateral object. No one was really using it because the bridge is kind of fucked anyways. Because they're like, all right, let's do what we do. So we planned. I think initially it was like 8 2,000 pound bombs on it, where we would punch through the bridge, get into the dirt, and then detonate. And then we were hoping that the water would just kind of make the dirt flow away and get out of there and accomplish the objective. Bit of a weird objective. Well, anyways, they ended up tripling the amount of bombs in the final planning, and they added a bunch more points to it. So all these bombs are hitting individual spots on the bridge because we didn't want to just destroy the bridge completely or collapse the bridge. We just wanted to get rid of the part. Anyways, the day of reckoning comes, and they fully loaded B1, packed the brim with 7 pound bombs, just released everything it had on this one bridge. They all had these glares. You can see the bombs punching through it and whatnot. Well, we didn't know that I don't know if you remember that scene in Squid Games where they have that little like honey circle and they have to take like a needle and they cut around it without breaking it. Otherwise, they end up dying. Well, we didn't know that bridge would essentially do the same thing. We punched it with so many holes in this one spot that it ended up just collapsing anyways. Not only did it collapse, but it reinforced the dirt berm that was underneath the bridge. So we spent an entire B1 with 2,000 pound bombs just to fortify the position. Whoops. That was probably one of the bigger. How did the higher ups respond to that one? Because it sounds like they were the ones who made the choice to change up. It was like exactly. I mean, it was their idea that they're like, well, the bridge destroyed the thing. At least they can't use that. All right. Okay. So, well, I might help you rescue my career. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing about military leadership is they're never wrong, right? You can't be wrong if you're in charge of the battle, but can tell you if you're wrong. Right. Got it, usually the same leadership that would tell us to strike stupid shit. What I mean by stupid shit is shit that would get people into a lot of trouble. Like, hey, see that dam? You want to do shit right? No, this is going to flood everybody downstream and potentially kill hundreds of thousands. Why do you want us to run a dam? Because ISIS is shooting from it. No, sir, I don't know if you noticed that, but the bombs, they explode in the dams or hold back water. And probably not a good idea for going to bomb the dam. It got to the point where the major that worked with us straight up told one, I think it was a 2-star general, told him to fuck off and stop asking for security. That major ended up getting out at the same time that I did because he wasn't thinking, he didn't think right. Doesn't mean he pull off a general. This orphanage, I need to bomb this orphanage. Only the Cubans can put their put their flag on it. So, I'm sure ISIS in that orphanage. Yeah. Yeah, like minority. Dude, you know what? One of the wildest. This is a little political bit. One of the wildest, fucking like articles I've ever seen was Ben Shapiro in like during I think it was like '09 maybe wrote an article called "No, I don't care about implications, civilian casualties in the Middle East." Oh, yeah, and he basically no, he literally a lot of that article was implying the same shit, like their future ISIS or their future. Yeah, no, that shit was wild. Well, I mean, it's like so yeah, but if you're aware, but yeah. every other sentence, dude. My wife's a doctor, by the way. It's like if you get walking into a bar. You can see that. Well, we can't. Oh, yeah, right. So I guess. Well, they're home for being brown and warm. Yeah. Maybe when they were in the first place, they just were in the way. And you thought of being maybe born into not being underneath the bomb, but yeah, in character creation's great. I used to go to the melanin content. What slap her down. For real. Oh my god. Like, okay. So when you worked with a lot of UAVs at some point, right? Like you targeted, and I'm guessing some of those got hit by UAVs. So, oh yeah, you definitely were like unintentionally the butt of the joke for the drone strike being. Like, oh, absolutely. How do you feel about the fact that your entire area of work in military is like considered the evil part of, you know, a lot of political thinking people, but I mean, it can be evil. It probably shouldn't be labeled as evil, and more so as it is impersonal. Whereas it's like you have a dude that is thousands of miles away in a company, you know, comic box with a couple of controllers playing fucking Call of Duty, lobbing missiles at random people that they will never meet. Yeah, I mean, I can see why people are kind of sour about that whole thing. But at the same time, ISIS, they wanted that valiant death. You know, they wanted to go out with a bang. But I mean, we just kind of expedited their request. Yeah, there was no honor in the death of being fought by someone, but like you said, playing Call of Duty and Bunker. Especially by a gay furry. Like, damn, that's gotta. I guess it kind of goes the other way too. When you think of like the Taliban, ISIS, and all Middle Easterners that we fought, they tended to use IEDs, things of that nature. It's like, can you imagine being like a special forces course correcting blunt graduate that really spent a lot of time being the greatest warrior ever, and then you just drive around and all of a sudden, boom, you're dead. Like the same thing. Yeah, like they have their tactics and we have our tactics, but at the end of the day, a lot of success in war is really like a guy from as far away as possible negotiating by himself. Yeah. That's the reason this war is still already. And so, I mean, like during the Vietnam War, the success was measured in how many bodies were stacked. And I'm so glad we strayed away from that. But that was been hellfire. No, hellfire. So, okay. Colonel, go for it. You know what I heard yesterday? I have a friend who is trained as a gunsmith, right? And he was telling me that the reason we what's the round that's used in the AR-15? 5.56 millimeters. Yeah, 5.56. So the reason we switched to 5.56 is that it doesn't just kill, it wounds. So you take out like that, you know? It tuffles is the idea. It seems to be about, at least there's debate on this, of course, and there's always differences whether it's armor, whether it's bad or not. But anyway, the concept of 5.56 around is that it has a couple, it's just that right little peak in between, where it not only hits a guy and goes through them, but hits a guy and starts corkscrewing around crazy stuff, thus causing the most amount of internal damage. So for an unarmed target, the 5.56 seems to be about that sweet spot. Okay, because like what he was explaining to me was like, if you hit a guy with 5.56 and don't kill him, you now have two guys pulling him out from the line of fire. Oh, that was the concept of the bouncing Betty mine. That was for sure. Oh. Bouncing Betty was a mine that, when you tripped it, it actually jumped up a little bit and it detonated, and it wouldn't kill. It was so severely maimed that now multiple people have to drag that person out. So there, the concept of causing lots of injury, for more chaos and more resources to pull the guy out. Yeah, like just okay. Here's my question. What do you both think about the idea of honor in war? Because it seems like honor in war is like it's a very human thing when the actual success of war is very robotic thing. Like like a CEO and a leading general have the same idea, accomplish the task, right? But the guy on the battlefield, he has more to think about than that. Oh yeah, you want to handle it first for me? I'll give my perspective on honor and war. Okay. Really, so only honor that you're providing, I guess, for yourself is are accomplishing the mission while mitigating the risk to the folks on the ground. But it's not like honor back. I guess honor back then. If you're on the battlefield, you have to bring honor to your country or to whoever you're serving. There's really no honor in war. Yeah, I'll be honest. Like there's really no honor in war. Like I think you're killing, brother. Yeah, I think historically there's a romanticized ideal concerning honor and war. Like we think of the ancient knights, and you're like it's all about honor, it's all about equal footing, and it's this like honorable equal footing duel that we would have. But if you actually go historically and you look at it, like knights were the kind of people that were in multi-million dollar armor that a peasant at the time could until the arbalist system that could penetrate, and you're dealing with dudes that were on top armored horses that were just running down peasants and subsistence dirt farmers. And you're like, okay, so we have a romantic ideal tonight and this ideal set, but the reality
The failsafe activates. What the, bro? How do I keep doing this? Out of any possible score that I could have got,
Oh, you should have seen what we were talking about before we even hopped into the
out of
chat.
any possible score,
We were talking about
we just
potatoes,
get straight
how
fours.
they can go bad.
Wow.
Those scrawny arms and shit, like taking over your room. You don't need it. Yeah, yeah. You have to like keep them in the dark and pick the eyes off. Yeah. Or like comparing him to like Groot from yeah, what's it called? That series called Galaxy. That's the one. Yeah, yeah. I am Groot. Oh, you're a potato. Dude, I feel for a baked potato right now. That sounds so good. Hey. I can't have like any like salt or any like fatty foods or red meat right now. Oh, yeah, cash. Yeah, well, no, so well, I guess that's part of it. Yeah, so I have to take Oxy because a few days ago or last Saturday at 3 in the morning, I had to go to the ER because my kidney was hurting freaking crazy. And I knew it was a kidney stone, but like all my VA doctors were like, no, it's probably just lower back pain. And I ended up going to uh, the civilian hospital, the civilian ER. They did scans, and they're like, congratulations, it's 7 millimeter stone in your left ureter. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay, so they were like drugging me up. Oh, okay, really quick, Ted D, thank you for the $50. You guys are awesome. Thank you. I guess I'm covering your drinks for the got big team. All right. Yeah, thank you. Maybe some of that smart water. Oh hell yeah. Okay. And then I got a question from chat that I think both of you will be interested in. Sun Tzu's The Art of War. Is it an important read? You want me to take this? I'd love to take this. Okay. Yeah, let me give you my short answer because mine is incredibly short. Yeah, you go. I have not read it. Sun Tzu's The Art of War, one of the difficulties I have is that it sounds incredibly wise, even though it's pretentious. I talked to the commander of one of the YPG, and one of the problems I really had with this guy, and a lot of us had with this guy, is we were in the middle of a huge firefight, and this guy held half of his forces in reserve. Like, we saw our friends getting shot by ISIS, and we're like, all right, let's back up, let's flank, let's do this, let's help. And we were told over and over again, no, don't you move, don't you do anything. And you're like, what the fuck is this? What we don't do, and we're like, we're held back, and we started getting in almost fist fights of like why we're not backing our troops up. And later, after the battle is done, we go back to the commander's place. We bring up our problems with this, and he's like, "Have you ever read Sun Tzu's The Art of War in the most pretentious manner possible?" And he starts talking about how reserve units work, and it's like, mother effer, dude, reserves have not worked that way since like the 1600s to 1500 medieval times. Dude, chill the F out. We need to help our comrades. You held us in reserve for a unit to back up a unit that was not coming. This is not how reserves work. And one of the difficulties about Sun Tzu is that it sounds really clever, even when it doesn't make sense in modern day context. And I read Sun Tzu's The Art of War, and it's got this kind of fortune cookie wisdom to it that can be applied to anything. You can read Sun Tzu's The Art of War, like how Sun Tzu and the art of business, Sun Tzu and the art of painting, Sun Tzu and the art of underwater basket weaving. Because it's so generic, you can kind of apply it to everything. It's mind-boggling. And this guy was making very bad decisions. It tends to be mandatory for officers to read. A lot of them kind of crank one out to it every once in a while, but at the end of the day, I would rather be under the command of a teenage StarCraft player than I would a guy who's memorized the art. Oh God. Yeah, the art of war is dumb. If you read the art of war, it's always like it's very simplistic strategy. It's like, hey, if you're using fire, don't burn your own troops. Hey, you got cavalry, don't march through the swamp, idiot. Hey, you're fighting the enemy, don't fight uphill and while you're looking at the stuff. And